Hello, everyone. Welcome to ESPC. Yahoo! I am Heather Newman, and I am your community reporter here. I am a principal PM manager at Microsoft. I am on the Dynamics 365 and Power Platform Community Success team, and I love this show. So I wanted to say hello to everybody. Welcome again. And we have one of our fabulous platinum sponsors here that we're going to talk to today. We've got Shai and Ronnie here from Commvault and Metallic. So excited to see you. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Heather. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? I want to start. Where are you coming to from us today? Where are you both in the world?
Yeah, we are both from Israel and
Wonderful.
managing all over EMEA Metallic. So it's great honor again to be here and to be on that role.
That's fantastic. And we appreciate your sponsorship. And, we were just talking before we jumped on the interview, and I've known Commvault for years and years and years, have some really dear friends there. And I know that with what you have been building with Metallic, Metallic was incubated inside of Commvault. It's this amazing offering. And we're going to have a couple of questions about Metallic so everybody knows a little bit more about it. Sound good? Yeah?
Absolutely. Sounds great.
Okay. Cool. So one of the questions I wanted to ask was, how does SaaS DP help business mitigate risk against future, not if, but when, those terrible ransomware attacks? Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll take that, Ronnie.
Yeah.
So basically, SaaS trend is already a fact, right? Our customers are busy with their digital transformation, moving a lot of their workloads into the cloud. And the interesting thing is that for our customer, it's obvious now that native cloud backup from the let's say people like Microsoft is great, but it's not enough. So that's why we also engage with Microsoft so closely to allow third-party data protection on those workloads that move into the cloud. Because at the end of the day, customers that now moving their data to the cloud, they're not moving everything to the cloud, right? They are in a journey. And this is, as I said, the digital transformation. And in that journey, they are keeping some data in their data center and some data is moving to the cloud. And this is where Metallic is coming to protect their data against a lot of those threats that exist against like cyber attack or ransomware attacks. And of course, accidental deletion can be also part of it. So we are there in order to enable long retention of their data. We are there in order to also to enable them a better usage. So a better insight to get insights from the data and also to protect the data at best.
That's awesome. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And Shai, you're the EMEA VP Sales for Metallic, right? So that's awesome. So you take care of everybody across EMEA, right? That's awesome.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And then Ronnie, you're a system engineer director, and so let's take this question sort of a little deeper. We're in the middle of like these new normal times, right? That everybody keeps talking about. So, why is it that protecting all of these SaaS apps is like even more business critical, like right now in this moment?
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for that question, Heather, and thanks for having us here.
Sure.
So yeah, I think it's quite obvious for everybody that we are living in a connected world. Everybody is working from home. Our customers are actually remote as well. So I would say SaaS application, especially the ones like Dynamics and Salesforce, Office 365 would be the backbone of any business. And we are all familiar with the shared responsibility model. So obviously the SaaS vendors, they're providing us a pretty highly available environment, and they make sure that the service is up and running. But in the end of the day, it's up to us, the data owners, the customers themselves, to take care of data integrity and to take care of the option to recover the data if they need to. I think I'm glad you mentioned Dynamics previously because it's an awesome example. We've just launched our agent for Dynamics, and it's really about 4 things that we provide. Extended retention, which means with Microsoft Dynamics, you've got the built-in retention. With Metallic, you can extend it. In fact, we offer unlimited. There is the data separation, the fact that we move the data to a separated location, which is sometimes required by compliance and regulation. We give the flexible controls, the ability to do granular search and item level recovery. And I think rapid recovery is the fourth one. So anybody, even without the deep Dynamics knowledge, will be able to quickly log into the Metallic portal and recover whatever he needs from any SaaS application. And Dynamics 365 is one of the best, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. A big fan. Yes. So Shai, you know, talk a little bit, will you, about sort of, we talked a bit about the incubation of this. So what was the sort of inspiration and where did that come out of? Was it a customer? Was it, you know, like, I know you've been working on it, just so people know exactly that 90,000 foot level of what Metallic is.
Yeah, so Metallic was incubated as part of Commvault, right? About 1.5 years ago by Sanjay Mirchandani, who was thinking forward how really to allow our customer entire flexibility and agility in their journey to the cloud. We know that the journey to the cloud is hybrid. We wanted to allow our customers really in their journey to the cloud to have their full flexibility to have this innovation that coming. If they want to utilize a SaaS application such as, of course, Dynamics, as Ronnie mentioned, O365, or even Azure Cloud, of course, which we support them all, we wanted to give them the ability to take that decision when they need and to make sure that the data is protected. And Metallic is coming exactly there. We are, as I said, the power of and we are taking the enterprise-grade solution from Commvault, and in fact, taking that great technology and enabling now with Metallic, okay, when developing that technology as a service to allow our customers to enjoy this experience of 25 years that we, by the way, just celebrate 25 years young as a company. And we are, of course, accelerating and giving more and more services to our customers, but keeping them responsible to their data. As Ronnie suggested, you know, shared responsibility model is exactly because our customers are still having that application data that they are responsible on. They cannot just give away that responsibility. And this is where the shared responsibility is coming. We are supplying, you know, we are helping them with compute, with storage and resources. This is what SaaS is doing. And with Metallic, of course, we are covering that as well on the data protection side.
You know, in that vein that we've been talking about, you know, being in the middle of a pandemic and helping customers, you know, protect their data, I wanted to ask you about, you know, how Commvault, I know that, you know, all of our companies really care about culture and care about our people. You know, how has Commvault, you know, been taking care of some of those issues for all of you as we've been going along?
Okay, so Heather, that's a brilliant question. First of all, we were very unique because we met so many times on Teams that you cannot imagine. And and all those meetings, of course, you know, became like a routine, right? And you know, at the beginning, we were really, you know, making sure at the global level, at the company level, to have like 4 cultural pillars that we communicated with the entire teams out there. And you know, we really tried. You know, we did even a club on Teams. You know, like bringing everybody in to give awards to the winners. And I think the company, Metallic, of course, and Commvault all together, they gave a lot of attention about the people where, you know, they've been a little bit more stressed because of COVID or because they have other challenges. And I think all over, from HR to the top management to, of course, EMEA and all over, we were just communicating better. And I think when we focus on our customers' needs, and we were successful, and we had one of the best years ever that ended up FY21. It's kind of things that really kept us busy, and we were in the best diamond place called Commvault. Lucky to be in those days, and still very, very successful thanks to this great joint effort and, of course, team spirit. So this is where Commvault met us, and it's great. It was just
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, there's, you know, we've gone through a time where, you know, people have been struggling, and we've all like been thankful for the work and the customers and all of that stuff that we have. So I completely appreciate that, and I'm glad to hear. It doesn't surprise me because I've, you know, known your company a really long time. But that's awesome to hear that Commvault and Metallic have those values and been working with people. So I appreciate it. It's been great talking to you two. I just want to say thank you, and thank you for being a platinum sponsor, and, you know, for taking time out to support the show. I know that the organizers appreciate it, and the speakers appreciate it. So, you know, you've been such a great support. So I appreciate you both so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having us, and good luck with this great event that you have. And of course, our partnership with Microsoft will only going to grow together. We are so lucky to have that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Shai.
Yeah.
Ronnie, thank
Everybody-
you so much.
Yeah, come see the presentation, right? So we are talking Office 365 on ESPC 21.
Yep. Absolutely. Make sure you check out Commvault's presentation as well. So awesome. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. This is Heather Newman, your community reporter, signing out for ESPC. Have a wonderful, wonderful show. Take care, everybody. Bye. Little jazz
Bye.
hands, everybody. What? There we go. Awesome.
Welcome everyone, and very, very welcome, of course, to ESPC 21. Now, my name is Tracy van der Schuyf. I'm from South Africa, and I'm very, very excited with a very, very cool guest and friend of mine today to have an interview with a lovely lady, Maretta Stave. I'm pretty sure I got that right now. And Maretta is a Chief Customer Officer, Senior Cloud Architect at Cloudway. She's also an Office Apps and Services MVP, and was recognized, I mean, listen to this, as one of Norway's 50 leading women in tech in 2020. What? That's incredible. She's also a board member of the Norwegian Microsoft 365 community. Welcome, welcome, Maretta.
Thank you so much, Tracy. It's so nice to be here in this
It's
conversation with
lovely
you.
to be here. It's lovely, lovely to be here with you. And how incredible is technology to bring us together like this, isn't it?
It is, definitely.
So, obviously you're a speaker this year at ESPC as well. I was so happy to see your pretty little face there. And but first, before I get to you and where you are and what's happening at the conference, I saw something in January, and that was that you got your MVP nomination. Okay, so very congratulations on that.
Thanks very much.
I definitely struggle with that because I think everyone's MVPs. You know, I don't even know, you know, who's MVPs, who isn't. For me, everyone in the world's an MVP if it works with Microsoft. So I was actually surprised when I saw you became an MVP because I thought you'd been an MVP already for years. Okay, but congratulations on that. I'd love you to just maybe, if you want to take a couple of minutes, I'd love to hear your story, you know, just maybe your journey the last couple of years, eventually becoming an MVP. And also, I know that you do a lot in the community. So are there maybe a couple of nice things that you can just share with the audience around what you get involved in and what you get up to?
Oh, yes. Oh, there's a lot to say. In the Norwegian community, it started when I actually was getting into SharePoint in 2009, way back when. You know, sometimes it happens by accident. You go into a project and all of a sudden you meet SharePoint, and then the rest is history.
Exactly how it happened for me. Exactly how I met SharePoint.
Yeah, and I understood that so many have the same experience, and it, at the time it was very technical. It was more things that you have to click and fix and do, and I had no idea. I don't have an IT background or technology education, so it's all new. But I said, okay, I haven't done it before. Let's figure this out. It had at some point in time I have to get it if I just read and understand enough. So I started going to these meetups with what was then the SharePoint community. And I guess I just asked so many questions that they decided, okay, she's so noisy. She let's bring her on board into the board.
I love it.
Yeah, but it's been fun. And also was part of organizing the SharePoint Saturday conference in Oslo. So we started small. And this was a community by and for the community. So we worked together in a team, and we were so lucky because there were so many international speakers who actually wanted to come to Oslo and speak. So I'm forever grateful. And I think a few of them are actually still here on this conference as well. So that is really nice. So we were really lucky, and it grew people. And of course, then Office 365 arrived, and the conference grew and the community grew. And I thought, I love to see when people learn new things. I love to see when new beginners are taking their place on the stage and start sharing their knowledge. And it's not easy if you're a newcomer to start. So we also use that Norwegian Microsoft 365 community to give a platform for new speakers, especially we kind of nudge the women speakers to take their place. So we really worked hard to get that, and that's what we do, to bring people forward and share the competency and share the knowledge, and it really gives a lot of joy. So
that I think we all feel the same about community, and I just remembered. I'm pretty sure I keynoted SBS Oslo a couple of years ago.
Yes, yes, you did.
What? I forgot about that. Great conference. I remember, and I also I remember the same trip. Also went to Vienna. It was the same trip that I think they were back to back, which was nice. And I could attend both conferences. It was a great conference. I really loved going there. But that's all good, and I so agree with you. Is that giving back, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. by helping others, we help ourselves, isn't it? I mean,
That's so true.
Quite a
That's
magical.
why we do it, because I feel blessed. I feel lucky to found something that I don't work. Doing the SharePoint and Microsoft 365 and Teams and everything, it's my passion. It's building knowledge in the world, basically. And that's why I do it. It just gives so much pleasure to see people grasping it and then go on their own.
I absolutely agree. I always say that I do what I love and I'm lucky enough to get paid for it, which I think is the good thing.
Yeah, and then at some stage, you get all this, but then you can't help yourself. You want to give it back. You want to, somebody helped me along the way, because it's not me doing all of this. It's people around me cheering me on, giving me opportunities. Yes, I took them, but I got them as well. And then I want to give that back to the community and give other people the same chance.
That's a very, very good approach.
Mm.
Now, this brings me to my second question, okay? And we've had a lot of chats about this, okay? About where you are on the Google map, okay? I'd love you to just tell us a bit. I mean, where are you based in the world? And how has the last year changed for you, and all of those? I'd love you to just share, because I get so excited about your story.
I am too, actually. Yeah, and the fun thing is I lived now for actually 14 years in Oslo, in the capital of Norway. But every year I've been on the west coast of Norway, where my grandpa and grandma had a farm. And I took over that property, and it's been like a family place where we meet. And then last summer, when this COVID hit, well, it didn't hit last summer, but because of that,
yes.
I stayed again here in the summer. And a couple of years back, the telecompany had built out the fiber net in this area. So the internet connection has actually become really good. And I just realized, okay, let me be here for a couple of weeks, to see how this is going. And I set up a desk and an extra screen and start working here. And it's been such a blessing. The air is fresh, and it's being back home, basically. And of all things, last year I joined Cloudway in September, in the middle of this Corona situation. And I got onboarded, still staying here. And it worked wonderfully. And then we see that this Corona situation just dragging on. And a few weeks back, I was just thinking, why do I pay for this apartment in Oslo with just my stuff in it? This can take some time. And I love being here. And there's a lot of things going on in this region as well. Like they're going to now next year, they're building a ship tunnel through this half island. So that is, so I suggest everyone just Google the ship tunnel Stadlandet or ship tunnel Norway, because it's going to be the first of its kind in the world, because you have tunnels for these kind of channels. Yeah. But it's going to be it's quite big. It's one of a kind in the world. So it's going to be quite exciting to see. And of course, for that ship tunnel, there's going to be some synergy effects. So it's going to be exciting to see what's happening. And in addition to that, we have, for instance, a data center close by. This in the Måløy, which is a close by city, a very small city, but still there's a lot of things going on, especially when thinking about technology. They have a school, they're focused very much on IT and technology in that small city. And now with the Corona situation, it gives people more possibility to work from here, no matter where else they are working. And the funny thing about Cloudway, we actually had our office in the cloud even before COVID hit. So me being wherever I am doesn't matter. And when I asked my bosses in Cloudway, okay, I am considering moving back, and they said, if it gives you a better life quality, go ahead. We want to give you the possibility to live wherever you want, but you can work anywhere, So that is so really grateful for that. And the funny thing is, I only had met one of my bosses previously, because we have been collaborating in the Norwegian community, and the rest I haven't met in person, but it feels like I have. Yes. Because we have this culture, we are together, and we are living different places in the world, actually. And it works really, really well, because we are very and considering building a good good culture between us. So it really works well. Yeah.
That's very good. I'm definitely thankful for Microsoft 365 to help and enable us to be able to do these things for sure. Now, your session at ESPC, I definitely was excited when I saw that topic. So I don't know if you know, but I'm also one of the program managers for ESPC. So I saw your name long before other people saw your name. And I was so excited when I saw that topic. And because I also at the Ignite the Tour was last year or the year before, it was last year and the year before. We also discussed that. We were talking about the productivity score, and then I shared some resources about this. Now, your session is about Microsoft Mocha and possibilities. I call it Mocha, so anyone can call us out if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I think it's Mocha, okay, like the coffee. And I'd love you, if you can just take a couple of minutes. We've only got a couple of minutes left of our interview, but if you can take a couple of minutes for those who might be interested to go to your session, what can they expect, and what will you be sharing with us?
Yeah, the Mocha is a modern collaboration architecture, and I also say Mocha, so we should have a special coffee maybe.
We've just
whenever we get
decided,
back
but
to the
that's what it's
conference.
called. That's what it's called, everyone. I don't care if it's pronounced differently somewhere.
It is. And because many times, and I'm so glad it came because it's kind of been, we wanted that, but it's about the architecture. And no matter what you're going to build, if it's a house or a garden or a solution in your Microsoft 365 sphere, you need a good foundation.
Yes.
You need to consider, because many times I see, we create good solutions, but it's not connected with the real world. And it does. So what I'm really have a passion for is actually to use the tools to build something that really helps people in their everyday life. And for that, we need to understand what is the context people are working in. And what should we do, and which of these different tools? Because many of the questions I get with customers, but To-Do and Planner and SharePoint list, they are all, I can use them for tasks. Why should I use this in front of the other? And then it's all about the context.
Yes.
And that, I think the Mocha will really help to discuss this with customers and help them to see, okay, if I'm working on my own productivity, which tools am I working with then? If I'm working in a team, for instance, in my department, what are the natural tools for us to use in that context? And if I'm working in a project, I might need to change that constellation of applications a different way. And the same goes for the wider communication across the whole organization, for instance. Then I might want to use Yammer on communication site, or Microsoft Learning Pathway, or just Teams, because we are a small company. So it also, all of this will kind of help to navigate and make those decisions. How is our city going to look like, when we are starting this?
That absolutely makes sense. And I definitely will have to bookmark your session. I wouldn't want to miss it. I'm also very passionate about that, and just helping people see the bigger picture, because I think a lot of companies are missing the bigger picture. It's very difficult to look at everything and make a better decision instead of just focusing on one thing. I think that's why I always, when companies say they're not rolling out the other apps now, they're just going to focus on one first, then I say you're making a mistake. It's a holistic approach. It's about, it's not about this versus that. It's about how do I use it all together, I think.
That's so right. Yeah.
Let's
just do Teams and OneDrive. No, don't do that.
Absolutely looking forward to Marita's session. I would engage anyone else as well to also attend her session. And then I think from my side, Marita, thank you so much. It's always lovely hanging out with you. Always lovely, lovely. And to everyone else at the conference, have a wonderful day. I hope you've had an incredible conference so far. And I would love to hear your feedback. So enjoy, keep on learning and sharing, and we'll catch up soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much.